Hey there, welcome to the channel. In this video, I just want to take you through and show you a few simple business automations that you can build out using make.com from my examples that I've already created for myself and clients. So as you can see here, I've got make.com pulled up and there's literally dozens of automations that I've built out. But first of all, let's take a look at this one right here. It's the automated email responder. This one is set to run every time I get a new email into my inbox. And here it is. I think I've already made a tutorial showing how to set this one up on my channel, which you're welcome to check out. But essentially, it's just basically three modules. You've got the email module, which is connected up to my email account using the API, the OAuth. And then it's just waiting for new emails to come into my inbox, only unread emails with this subject line. And then from there, it's simply calling the ChatGPT module. It's issuing it a command, basically, and I'm passing in the prompt. So this is the prompt. You're currently monitoring a sales email inbox that receives replies regarding a media collaboration at luxury hotels and resorts. Your task is to digest the sales email and produce a high-quality, customized response in return. Make sure the response is professional and succinct. That's the prompt. And then I also have another one down here, which is basically just providing it sort of like a template. Thanks for reaching out. I appreciate your reply regarding the proposed media collaboration, blah, blah, blah. Right? That's pretty much all there is to it for that step. And it's also passing in the text content from the email over here. So text content is just passing it in. And that's all there is to it for the ChatGPT step. And then from there, it's basically just converting that text response that was created using ChatGPT into HTML, which is important so that the email is formatted correctly. And then after that, I am simply calling the same email module again and passing in the email address that we got from the first step here. So I think it's the sender email right here. So that's the email address of the sender. And then we're also passing in the subject line. So basically, I'm just taking the original subject line and then adding reply basically to the beginning. And we're passing in the HTML that we've generated using the Markdown module. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So now this is running every 30 minutes. So I don't have to worry about checking my email and seeing if I'm getting any new emails coming in. It's just fully automated. It's running every 30 minutes. I don't have to worry about it. And then if I do want to run this manually, I could do that as well, but it's probably not going to get anything because I haven't received any new emails with that specific subject line recently. But that's just a very simple example of something that you can set up in a couple minutes. And by the way, I have links to all of these templates down below. They're available on Gumroad for $15 a pop, or you can buy the complete bundle for, I believe, $150. So if you want to save a little bit, you could just get the whole bundle. And I believe that includes almost all of these automations that I've already set up. And the nice thing about that is you can basically just take that template. It's a file that you can download. You can import it into make.com, connect up the API. That's pretty much all you have to do. It's done for you. So you don't have to create them yourself. I've got another one here, which is also a very simple automation that I've built out for school. So if you're not already a member of my school community, it's over here. It's called AI Automation Station. I've got about 725 members in there at the time of recording this. I've been running it for about 3 months and it's completely free to join. So if you want access to the community and also the classroom where I provide all these templates, tutorials, how-to guides, courses, you name it, you can get access there. Again, link in the description below. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because this particular automation is running every time I add a new member to my school community. So basically what I'm doing is I'm passing in an Airtable, and which I've already created. That's got all of my free members, which I'm basically entering in manually, including email address and everything. And it's outputting the name and email address right here. That's all that step is doing. And then it's just sending it into Email Octopus, which is the email marketing platform that I use for sending emails. It's free for up to 2,500 subscribers, and it's very easy to use. So I really like Email Octopus. I've been using it for a couple of years now, and I'm just passing in the first name and the email address. And then if it has an error, it will just simply ignore the error. Like, let's say it's already added somebody into the list, then it will just skip over that person and go on to the next one. And that's it. So it's literally two modules, Airtable and Email Octopus, and that sends my emails off automatically. So I don't really have to, I just add them into Airtable and it does all the rest, sends all the emails. Obviously, you will have to actually set everything up in your email marketing tool like Email Octopus or MailChimp for this to work properly, but that's all there is to it, right? Just two modules. So there's another really simple example that will ultimately save you time and money for your business. And oh, and by the way, this is running every hour. So I've also got it set up to run every hour. It's just checking for new members in Airtable. And that's a very easy switch to turn on down here. All you have to do is say the number of minutes you want it to run every, you know, every day, every week, every month, every couple hours. That's all there is to it. So there's another simple automation that you can implement into your business right away. If you have a school community, that one only applies to people with school communities. I've also got another one here, which is an automated messenger bot. So this one, again, very, very simple to set up. You will need to connect up your Facebook account, a Facebook Messenger account. That's pretty much the only difficult part. And this is just a webhook that's running. So in order to add a webhook, you will come up here and then go to Facebook Messenger and then just watch for messages. That's it. And then you can choose your webhook right here. And basically what that's doing is just waiting for new messages coming in Messenger. And then you can also take this URL and put it into another platform if you want to. But in most cases, you don't really have to worry about that. And then for the next step, it's just creating a response using the ChatGPT module. So ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, what's the other one? There's a bunch of different LLMs that you can use in here. Gemini, all of those modules are built into Make.com. So rather than going back and forth, messaging ChatGPT, you can just build an automation to do this stuff for you, right? Very easy. And then all we're doing here is we're giving it the prompt. So I'm just issuing in a prompt right here. No different than what you would do if you were using ChatGPT directly. This is just the API method. And you will need API credits in order to do this as well, which I've shown how to set up in some of my other tutorials. You're welcome to check those out. But in this case, I'm just saying create a reply to this Facebook message, and then I'm passing in the text that I got from the previous step. So that's all there is to it. I'm just passing in message text right here from the message that we already received from the previous module. And that's it. So it's just using ChatGPT to create a reply based on the message we've received. And then it is sending that message back to the person. So message type response, and we're just passing in the text that ChatGPT generated right there. That's all there is to it. And then you can turn on the notification type as well. So if you want them to not receive notification, that's fine. On screen or sound vibration notification. That's it. So again, this template is available, link in the description below. It's on my Gumroad page if you want to download this, or you can easily set it up yourself, right? It takes literally a couple minutes to set one of these up, and it frees up your time, and that way you don't have to hire a virtual assistant to do this stuff for you. This can just be running anytime, and I can actually just turn this on right away, and there we go. So now I've basically just automated my Facebook Messenger. It's going to run immediately anytime I get a new message. Do I really want to do that? Probably not. So I'm actually going to turn that off because I don't really just want to be sending ChatGPT messages, responses to people all the time. It's not personal. And yeah, so, but if you do get a lot of messages, like let's say you have a Facebook page, for example, with hundreds of thousands of followers like I do, then you don't necessarily want to go through and manually respond to everybody all the time. It's very time consuming. And yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. So in that case, you could just create this automation and turn it on, right? There's another simple win for your business. And what do we have next? Here's another one that will automatically create social media content and post it up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want. All of those modules are built into make.com. Now, this one I probably won't go through too much because I've already created a tutorial on my channel. If you want to check that one out, it's a little bit more complicated, as you can see from this automation. But basically what we're doing is we're just, creating images, or actually videos in this case. And we're using an RSS feed, and then we're doing some research using Perplexity. We're writing a video script and passing it into JSON to video, which is creating the video for us. And then it's getting the file and then uploading it to different social media platforms. In this case, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm not going to actually show you how to do that one in this particular video because it's a little bit more complicated. But if you want the entire done for you template, it's available. Link in the description below on Gumroad. Welcome to download that. Let's try to find one that's a little bit more simple. Okay, here's another one. Auto reply to comments on Instagram. Here's another really, really simple example. It's only one module. So literally all we're doing here is we're watching for comments on Instagram. All you have to do is connect up your Instagram account using OAuth or whatever here. It's actually through Facebook. So you'll connect up your Facebook account. And again, that's just a webhook, which is monitoring for new comments on Instagram. And then all we're doing is responding to the comment. That's it. So we're passing in the comment ID from the previous step. That would be this one here, I believe. Oh, no, it's this one, comment ID. And then we're simply replying. So thanks for your comment. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it. Now, in this case, I actually want to turn this one on so that it runs automatically anytime I get a comment on Instagram, because if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't really use Instagram that much. I mean, occasionally I'll post something over there. I do have quite a few followers on Instagram, but I don't really see any return on investment, time investment on Instagram. So yeah, who cares really? I'll just let it automatically respond to comments. And I could also add like ChatGPT in here as well, similar to what I was doing on Facebook. And I could just type in ChatGPT right here and then create a completion. So if I want to do that, which would probably be even better, actually, I'm just going to unlink this, and then I'm going to connect that up to the webhook right there. And from here, I could basically just quickly and easily create a response based on what I've received. And they do have ChatGPT built in here, ChatGPT 5 built into the module now as well. But in this case, I'm just going to use, I think, O4 Mini. And then I'm just going to tell it to create a response. So user, I'm going to use the user response just so that you can see how to actually build this out yourself. And here, am I actually getting, I don't think I'm actually getting the comment though. That's the issue here. So I'm not actually getting the text of the comment. There may be a way to get that as well. So let's see if we can connect that up. So I'm going to type in Instagram here. And I should be able to actually get the comment text. I should be able to. Let's see if there's a way to do it. Create a comment, create a reply. Yeah, it looks like there isn't actually a way to get the text of the comment, unfortunately. So that must be why I'm doing it the simple way here. There's not a way to actually use ChatGPT to create a response because we're not actually getting the comment itself. So in this case, I'm just replying to comments with a static message. Thanks for your comment. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it. And that saves me time because I don't have to go through and manually with a fine-tooth comb go through all the comments and respond to them individually. I could just set up an automation to do it for me, right? And this is one of the most requested automations that I get from people, is basically like, how can I automatically reply to comments on social media? And I've just shown you exactly how to do that on Facebook and now Instagram as well. Another example is a cold email sender. So I'll show you what that looks like. this is another really simple one here. Basically, what this is doing is it's using Google Sheets, and I'm pulling in a list of leads in this particular case. So in this case, I'm just getting a list of leads from a spreadsheet that I have set up in Google Sheets, and then I'm passing that into an array. So if I let me just try running this real quick to see what the output looks like. I'm going to stop it because I don't want to actually send the email yet. So let's just stop that. And we can actually see what the response looks like here. So here it's just getting, it looks like all of the leads, it's getting like 100 leads from my spreadsheet. And with the email address here, as well as the company name, job title, everything in here, location as well. And then we're putting that into an array, which is what is happening here. And then we're just stepping through each item in that array, as you can see here. And we're only passing in these fields. So we're passing in A, C, and E in this particular case. So if you look at the output over here, A is the first name, C is the email address, and E is the company name. And those are the fields that we want for the automation. So as you can see, it's getting the first name, email address, and company name. And then this step is I'm basically just waiting a random amount of time. So that's what we're doing here. It's just waiting so that it's not sending emails really, really rapidly. It's actually waiting before it sends the email. And then we're just using the Gmail module here, and we're giving it a subject line and the email as well. So I'm just typing in the entire email. It's inserting their first name. It's inserting their company name right here. And it's just firing off those emails, right? It's pretty much all there is to it. Now, in this particular case, I actually don't really need to add this step because I can just turn it on and let it run every 15 minutes. So that would actually be even better. And then I could just remove this wait module right here, save that, and then now it's just gonna start running every 15 minutes. So this is a really, really powerful automation that you can set up. If you've got a list of leads, let's say in a spreadsheet like I have here in Google Sheets, these are marketing directors at IT companies in the United States, which I've used another automation to actually generate these leads. I'll show you a little bit later in this video how that looks using Amplify and Apollo. So that's also possible to do as well. And in this case, I'm actually going to just get one at a time. I don't really need to get 100 leads every single time. I'm just going to get one at a time, right? And then I may need to add like some sort of field to Google Sheets as well, just to let it know that I've already sent an email to this person. But it should do that automatically for me. So if I just run this, since I already have it set up to run every 15 minutes, it's not going to run manually. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't keep sending the same email to the same person over and over again. But yeah, so that's another really powerful automation that you can set up. And the other one I wanted to show you is to generate leads. So let's see if I can find that here. I've got so many automations. Apollo Lead Scraper. So this is how I'm actually generating the leads that I put into the spreadsheet from the other automation that I showed you. This is basically just getting leads from Airtable in different industries and job titles, basically. And that's all this is doing. I'm basically just passing in a URL from Apollo, and I've set the status to do. So I only want to get new leads from the Airtable. And again, this one's a little bit more complicated as well. If you want the template, it's available down below, done for you. All you have to do is connect up the APIs. But essentially what we're doing is we're running Amplify, which is kind of like an actor that you could run to scrape Apollo. And if you're not familiar with Apollo already, it's basically a B2B database where you can get emails, phone numbers of people in any industry, any market, anywhere in the world, essentially. And I've been using this tool for years. It's over here, so I can show you what that looks like real quick. Actually, we're going to skip it because it's taking too long to load. But basically what this is doing is just getting like 100 leads at a time because I'm still on the free plan of Apollo, so I'm only going to get 100 at a time. If you have the paid plan, you could do like, let's say 1,000 at a time, right? But in this case, I'm only getting 100, and then it's just passing in the URL that we've got passed into Airtable over here. And then it's getting all of those items, stepping through each one individually and inserting them into a Google Sheet, right? So that's a really, really good way to generate leads on autopilot. So you don't have to go through manually, painstakingly adding all of the leads one at a time, or like, 25 at a time in Apollo. You can just run an automation to do it for you. So once again, that saves time and money for your business. And by the way, make.com is completely free to get started. And then it's $10 per month if you want to upgrade to the paid plan. So it's very affordable. And that will basically just allow you more operations and more scenarios that you can create every single month. So there's a simple example, relatively simple example to automatically generate leads. What else do I have over here? I've got another one to automate responses to business emails, similar to the previous automation that we looked at. So we can look at this one as well. I forget what this one's doing exactly. Basically, it's watching for emails and should be a certain subject line. So I don't think this one's actually set up properly. But essentially, it's using ChatGPT to get the text content and respond to the email. But this one, it doesn't look like it's quite set up properly. So that's not the best example. Here's another one. Create YouTube descriptions. This one is very powerful if you have a YouTube channel and you don't want to go through and create all of the descriptions yourself. You basically have a proven template that works for your YouTube videos to get more views and subscribers, like I do. Basically, there's a guy who reached out to me and he helped me set up my YouTube description to get more views. And then I was considering whether or not to hire him to do everything, but it was going to be like $200 for 10 videos. So I decided, why pay somebody to do something for me if I can just build a simple automation to do it, basically just run this every 5 minutes. It will go through all of my YouTube videos and create all the descriptions for me based on a proven template that's already working. So that's exactly what I did here. And that's precisely why I believe AI is going to be replacing the workforce, because it's not really necessary to pay someone, a salary if you could just automate them out of the business. And that's exactly what I've done here, right? So I've got Airtable and I'm just passing in all of my YouTube video URLs along with the title, the video ID, and then also the YouTube description, the template basically, that's proven to work. And then also the YouTube description that I'm using and the status, right? And then from there, all I'm doing is I'm just passing in that URL, stepping through each item in Airtable, and then I'm extracting the template of the entire video. So what that's doing is just getting everything that I've talked about in the entire video using a module called Dumpling AI. If you want to add this module, all you have to do is add the module and then select Dumpling AI and then scroll down to get YouTube transcript right here. That's it. So that's just extracting the entire transcript from your YouTube video, and then it's creating a description based on that. In this particular case, I actually have a custom AI assistant that I've built, so I can show you what that looks like as well. If I come over to platform.openai.com and then dashboard, I can show you what the assistant looks like. And by the way, when you download the template, it's not going to include the custom AI assistant. I guess I could find a way to include that as well, or you could just do it yourself. It's not really that difficult. All I did here was I just asked ChatGPT basically to create a prompt for a professional YouTube description generator. And that's what it did. So it created this entire prompt for me right here. You're an expert YouTube content optimizer specializing in writing engaging and SEO-friendly video descriptions that increase watch time, click-through rates, and engagement. And then I've also provided the instructions to the AI as well as the timestamps. So this is really important for basically creating SEO optimized video descriptions is you need to include the timestamps. So it's doing all of that as well based on the transcript that I'm passing in from Dumpling AI, right? And then it's also creating a summary and then adding keywords, naturally include keywords in the description without keyword stuffing. Make sure to include my school community at the very top because that's ultimately my call to action in all of my YouTube videos on this channel is that the main goal is to get people to join my school community. So if you want to check that out, link in the description below. And here's the description as well. And I say, keep all links exactly as is, because I noticed that it was actually messing up some of my links when it was creating the description using ChatGPT. And then I'm just passing in the entire description right here, which is proven to work. That's the template that it's using. And there we go. That's the custom AI assistant that I've built in ChatGPT. So all I'm doing here is I'm just messaging that assistant right here. I've selected the YouTube description generator assistant right here. And then the message that I'm passing in is create an SEO optimized YouTube description using the following transcript. So that's the transcript that I got from Dumpling AI. It's just passing it in there. And then it's simply uploading the description. It's putting it into the YouTube video right here. I'm just passing in the result. And that's it. Now, I could also update the title as well, but I choose to do that manually. So I could just do that on my own. The main purpose of this automation is to create the SEO optimized YouTube descriptions. And then also important here, you will need to pass in the video ID, which is simply the last part of the YouTube video. So I've provided all of those in my Airtable as well. And I'm just passing in the video IDs right here. So there's the video ID. It needs that to actually get the YouTube video. Make sense? And again, if you want this automation template, link in the description below. And basically, I could just set this to run every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. If you want to go through all of your videos on your YouTube channel, I could do the exact same thing on my main channel, which is called Mike Abroad. I've got about 1,000 videos on that channel. So I may want to actually do this, run this automation on that channel as well. And that way it's fully automated. I don't have to pay anybody to do it. I don't have to do it myself. I could just run the automation. And basically all I would need to do for that is just change the YouTube channel over to Mike Abroad. That's it. And then obviously I'd have to fix up the description so that it looks like the description on my other channel and with all the right links and all that stuff. But yeah, if I wanted to do that, I could just duplicate this and then I'd have an automation for this channel and then an automation for my other channel with different parameters. That's pretty much all there is to it. So actually, if I want to duplicate that, I can search for create. And then all I have to do here is to clone that. So I could just clone it and I could say, okay, create YouTube description for my other channel, which is called Mike Abroad. It's a travel vlog in Thailand. So I could just create another one for that and then simply, edit this edit this automation. And I'm just going to save that and I'll do that later. It's as easy as pie. Last but not least, let's find another one in here. I think I have another one that's pretty good as well. It's for YouTube topic descriptions. I have another one, YouTube topic idea generator, this one here. And I'm always looking for new ideas of automations to create as well. So if any of you have any suggestions or you have an automation that you want built out, first of all, you can head on over to my school community and just post your question in the community tab right here. So if you have any questions or if you want a specific automation, You can come over to school, or you can just drop a comment down below on this video, and I can always build it out for you. I'm happy to do that for free, or we can discuss a fair payment as well, because my time is valuable. So this particular one, I'm just generating YouTube topic ideas using Perplexity in this case, which is really good for research. So there's ChatGPT, which is mostly good for just getting answers to questions and all sorts of different things. And then there's also Perplexity, which is really good at research. So they actually have a specific model, which is for deep research, or you can just use like Sonar Pro, which is what I'm using here. And all we're doing here is just giving it the prompt, generate 7 popular topic ideas. That should just say topic, not plural, for the AI automation niche for YouTube in 2025. Right? That's all there is to it. And then I just click save. And then iterator here, it's just going to go through each of those 7 topic ideas and put them into an Airtable. So if I run this, I'm just going to click on run real quick. And it's doing the research right now using Perplexity. Usually it takes 15, 20, 30 seconds. And it's already done. And now it's adding everything into an Airtable. Now, rather than going over to Airtable, I can actually just see what the output is here. So as you can see, it looks like, yeah, so it's generating the topic ideas. It generated 8 topic ideas right here. And I can see top AI trends to watch in 2025. That's one of them. Another one, best YouTube automation niches. So there's another topic idea. 7 AI YouTube automation niches to start in 2025. 5 AI trends shaping innovation and ROI in 2025. So those are topic ideas which I could just create YouTube videos on. They don't sound particularly interesting to me, but those are the topic ideas that Perplexity came up with. And if I wanted to create videos on those specific topic ideas, I could also use another automation, which is using HeyGen. So HeyGen is for creating AI avatar videos, which I've already made tutorials about also on this channel. I think it's my #1 most popular video on the YouTube channel so far. It's showing how to build this automation right here, which will create AI avatar videos and upload them to YouTube. So I could use that other automation and then just feed it into this one. So it would basically create the YouTube topic ideas and then create videos on those using a script. So I could create the script using ChatGPT based on that particular topic and then feed it into this automation here, which uses HeyGen to create the AI avatar videos and then just automatically upload it to YouTube. The only issue with this automation is that the paid plan of HeyGen has very limited functionality in terms of the API. So there's only a certain number of things, like a certain length of video that you can create. But if you wanted to upgrade to like the $300 plan, you could do that as well using this automation. And they also have a ton of templates that you can choose from on make.com as well. So let's say you don't necessarily have the ideas for different automations, or you don't have the clients that want to build automations. You could always just use the built-in templates that make.com provides. And there's literally, I would say, like thousands of them here, right? There's just thousands and thousands of templates that you can choose from. And you can also search as well. So let's say you want to find an automation to automatically create and upload to Facebook, right? You could do that. Just search for Facebook. And surprisingly, not that many automation templates pop up. I would think there'd be more here. But for example, you could share new Facebook posts to Telegram. You could send push notifications to Facebook. These don't really seem that interesting to me. We could search for Google Sheets. So let's search for Google Sheets here. And yeah, so this is a better example. They've got hundreds and hundreds of automation templates in here for Google Sheets. We could also search for 2 different apps, like let's say Google Sheets plus Airtable. So if we wanted to search for both of those, we could find only the automation templates that use both Airtable and Google Sheets, right? But in this case, I actually just want to search for Google Sheets. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Here's one that generates ChatGPT completions from Google Sheets rows. So let's say you have a list of rows on Google Sheets and you want to create some sort of message, right? That you using ChatGPT, then you could use that, and then you could update the Google Sheet with the message that you created from ChatGPT. Here's another one that will send a Gmail email from a new Google Sheet row. So similar to what I was talking about earlier with the school community, if if I were to be adding a list of emails into a Google Sheet, then it could automatically send emails to those people using Gmail every time a new sheet is added, a sheet row is added. So there's another example to save time and money for your business. There's another one here. You could add new incoming emails to a Google Sheet spreadsheet. So every time you get a new email, it gets added into a Google Sheet row. There's another example. We could also search for Go High Level here because I know that's a really popular tool nowadays that people are using. So if we just search for Go High Level, there's a lot of automations that you can build out for Go High Level as well. I personally don't use Go High Level, but I know a lot of people that do, and they absolutely rave about it. I don't really understand why, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of people are using Go High Level. So for example, you could create a new contact in High Level for every new lead from a Facebook lead ad. So let's say you're running a Facebook ad campaign. Every time you get a new lead coming in, they could be added into the Go High Level lead contact, right? So there's another powerful example. But yeah, just take a look through the templates, and that way you don't have to buy my templates. You can just use, one of the templates that's already built into make.com. I would say there's probably at least 5,000, if not more, templates to choose from in here. So yeah, really, really powerful. We can also search for ChatGPT, and obviously there's going to be a lot of templates for ChatGPT in here as well. Let's see, I would say probably hundreds and hundreds of them. Everything to send automated email replies using ChatGPT and Line. So they have the Line app built in here as well, which is similar to WhatsApp. Very popular over here in Thailand. Here's another one that will automate blog post creation in WordPress. So you could just, give it a topic idea for a blog post, and it will generate the entire blog post using ChatGPT. So that would be another really powerful one, and it will just upload it to your WordPress account. So that could save you a ton of time creating the blog post manually or hiring someone to do it for you. So it also save you money. And then you can just upload those blog posts automatically using ChatGPT and WordPress and Google Sheets. Here's another one that will create social media posts on Facebook for new articles from RSS feeds. So let's say you want to get the latest news updates from Business Insider using RSS. It could then create a summary of that using ChatGPT and then upload it to your Facebook page. That's another example. You could send automated replies on Telegram using ChatGPT. The list goes on and on, right? There's just so many different templates, and these are all completely free to get started with as soon as you sign up for make.com. So what are you waiting for, right? Might as well get started today. Start playing around with some of these templates, learning how to build automations in make.com. It's completely free. Link in the description below. And with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap up this tutorial. Hopefully you found it useful. Feel free to grab. Oh, I just got a sale on school.com. Awesome. That's awesome. Oh, that's a new trial. Somebody signed up for my my paid trial on school.com. So I think that's a good way to end this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Signing off. Peace from Thailand.